Okay, friends, so for those who are reluctant, think it's too hard, they don't get it, I can't learn another app, this is crazy, get out of my face, let me just walk you through this. We're going to type in Kahoot. I've already done it before. So I have the app on my phone, which some kids do have the app on their phone, and this one says Kahoot Learning Games, kahoot.com. If you already have a PIN number, the kids usually go here. And I'm going to click on here, and this right here is what pops up. And they just type in a PIN number. So you could have created a Kahoot and said, just type in this PIN number. But we're going to go back. We're going to go to Learning Games. Now, I've already logged in and made an account, but literally all you do is click Login, make an account. It's free. Pretty sure I didn't pay for any of this. And then you have an account. You don't have to technically create anything yourself. Right here is like home, which is where I'm at. Here are Kahoots. This is Discover. This is where you just type in certain things. Or you can click Kahoots. These are the ones that you see here in my favorites. I found some. These are ones that I had to do when I was in school, so these are some that I've created, and they're really easy to create. That'll be a whole nother video. But just for the purpose of what we're doing here, let's click on favorites, like ones I found. So at first, if you go to Discovery, you can literally just type in synonyms. It's going to pop up. Let's do synonyms and antonyms. You click on it. Alright, well, let's see what they got. This is something that someone already did. This had 9.4 thousand plays. Probably pretty good. You can click on it, check it out, see what it's about. You don't really have to do this one specifically yet, but you can click over here and it says show answers. So this tells you, copy, imitate, synonym or antonym. The kids are the ones who press these buttons, of course, if you've never played Kahoot before. So you can play the game. You can actually make it one of your favorites so that it's always on there. So let's just say that we're going to play it. Right here you can go to teach it. Now this is basically you're doing it with your class. You can see right here it's going to be on your screen, and then this is what they'll see right here. Okay? So you can read off the answers and the questions, and then they'll just see this. It's kind of difficult if kids don't know how to split screens, but you gotta learn something someday, right? But right here is where it's pretty cool because you can assign it to someone. Okay, and it says self-paced learning. So let's see. You go in here, yes, the timer's on. Let's say the date that I want them to finish it, I'm going to give them to the end of the weekend to finish it. And I'll leave the time there. But if you don't want that time, you can change the time. Okay, and you can also change the date. I could have did it for Saturday. Or I can say I'm going to do this tomorrow, and they have to finish it by noon because maybe my class is in the morning. And so you want to create it. Now it's going to pop up this. So once this pops up, it says invite more players. Literally copy this URL, or you can copy this game pin right here because I said in the beginning they could have a game pin and just type it in. So for purposes of online learning, we would say copy. And then you go put that in your Schoology, put that in your Google Classroom, put that in whatever forum you're using or what have you. So this right here says play the challenge yourself. So as a teacher, you could probably just click on here. So I'll click on here. This is what it'll look like. This is what it looks like for the kids too. So join the game. So I'm not going to enter a nickname. I'm going to put my name, which you should tell the kids to put their name because you're going to need this when you go get their scores back. There's only 15 questions. Now I'm going to randomly just click stuff. Not like I know it, just randomly click stuff so that you can see what it looks like. They're asking, is this a synonym or an antonym? Alright, I'm going to go to the next one. Oh, and I only see my score right now. What's an antonym for strange? Oh, I clicked the right answer there. Uh-oh, or I did not. Antonym. Next. So you see it said that they got that one wrong, or I got that one wrong. Okay, let's just pick this one down here, whatever this is. No, it looks like I'm getting it wrong. Oh, they're encouraging me. Okay, I'm gonna go next. Sorry that you have to go through this whole thing, but you do. I'm literally randomly just clicking just to get this over with quick for my peeps. I'm going to pause this and fast forward this game. Do the last two questions together. And then you'll be able to see my score that I randomly did. So this right here says if you save this link, you can come back and see, you know, who's in the challenge or what have you. And so now I'm at the scoreboard. I'm done here. I would just get out of it. Okay, so I'm going to get out of it. Now, it should show me... Uh-oh, it didn't show me what my score was. Oh, it's because I didn't finish it and I did the wrong thing. Normally, I got it wrong on purpose so you could see it. You'd see it down here and it would say what I had trouble with, and then you'd go from there. I want to copy this pin and see if I put this pin in, will it take me to this game? Different thing. Home. Let's open up another window. Google. Kahoot. And then we're going to do enter pin. That pin I just copied, pasted it. You see it's going to take me right to the game that I was just at a second ago. So, wait, are you Tony? No, that's not me. So then we can put a new nickname in. So, evidently there's already one player named Tony. So maybe if I pop back here, my score did come in. Leave the site. Let's see where my Kahoots would be. Okay, so I found where I was supposed to be. So right here, if you go to reports, you click on it, and then it will tell you, like, this is the report. These are all the games that at one point in time we've played. This is the one that I just did. Okay, so I'm going to open it up. And on here, you can see that I only have one player, did 15 questions. And if you scroll down here, you see that these are the questions, 8 of these are the questions that were 0 correct. So once you have more players, it'll tell you how many of these were 0 correct. And how cool is it that you can create a new Kahoot with just those questions so that the kids could really get it. So if you're actually creating this yourself with maybe like a quiz or something that you're trying to do, you can do that and the kids could get better at it. But if you click right here at players, it tells you what my score was. I got 47% right. I'm still number 1 because no one's came yet, but my final score was this. So these are just different ways. I'm going to remove myself so that if I want to play this again, I'm not on there. But you see that it has the start date and the end date right here. This is like super cool. And then you can kind of have fun Friday with this, and you can actually do some data reports with this, some assessments. You can be like, oh, they know this, they don't know this, unless their parents are helping them, which we all know that just might happen. But, anywho, that is how. So if you want to click on create to create one, you go there. Like I said, that's a totally other video. We could do that another time. But, super easy to actually create your own account and start Kahoots. You don't really have to pay for this unless you want like the souped up version. Hope this was helpful. I know it was long.